113 schools compete. Only 14 make it to the finals. Which will be champions? The 30th anniversary of the Arkansas Governor's Quiz Bowl Finals starts right now with your host, Evangeline Parker Guest.
Hello and welcome to Quiz Bowl 2015, brought to you by AETN. I am your host, Evangeline Parker Guest, and I'm truly honored and happy to be here with you today. For months, teams from all over the state have been preparing and competing with the goal of being here in the AETN studios this very day. Only 14 teams are here, competing in 7 final matches in 7 divisions. This is the finals for Quiz Bowl 2015. Let's get excited, everybody. Yes. Our Quiz Bowl broadcast will be divided into 2 parts. This morning, we'll see the top 2 finalists from the 3A, 6A, 1A, and 2A divisions. We then will have a 90-minute break, and at 1:30 this afternoon, we will have the 7A, 4A, and 5A divisions. During the next few hours, you're going to witness a program that is educational, entertaining, and always exciting, because the teams today are going head-to-head for the state championship. Now, before we get the match started, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce you to one of the people who make this show possible by providing studio and broadcast services for the matches. Please welcome Alan Weatherly, Executive Director here at AETN. Alan.
How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. So good to see you. And you're looking as young as the teams here today, Alan.
Well, thank you. I will represent that remark even if it's not true, but that's okay. Yeah.
It's very true. But I want you to tell us about the relationship between AETN and Quiz Bowl.
Well, as I say every year, this is a no-brainer for us. This is perfectly in the wheelhouse of what we do with education. And we're so proud that this is the 30th consecutive year we've done this.
Wow.
And it's a lot of fun. Our staff, while being worked, along with the Quiz Bowl Association, they're excited and they do a great job with this. And I'm in that superfluous role of somebody who has no business being here. But really, it's always impressive to watch all these young people in these schools, and a lot of pride in your state.
It is. Now, do you have any well wishes for the teams today?
Well, answer the math questions, because I never know those math questions. But it's always very impressive, and I hope they have a good time and have fun, and glad that they're here.
And so everybody involved in Quiz Bowl, are they as excited as you are about Quiz Bowl today?
Well, I hope so. They're the ones doing all the work. You know, I'm walking down the halls, and they're running pretty hard over the last few weeks. But our education division, Zach, who's produced it, everybody who's involved with this, they do a tremendous job, and we're so proud of them and proud of all the volunteers and certainly the teams and the students.
Wonderful. Alan, we thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Alan Weatherly. Next, I'd like to bring in my good friend, Bill Davis. Bill is the color commentator for Quiz Bowl. Okay, Bill, what can we expect today?
A lot of fast games. Because we have an enormous number of teams, 11 out of the 14, that are experienced, they're veterans, coached very well, got strong programs. We're going to see some really exciting games. And leading off with this very first game, the 2 teams that we're going to see at the very first, Centerpoint, Episcopal Collegiate, very strong programs, have met each other in the finals at least 5 times.
Wow, wow. Okay, now, Bill, so what's the key to the win today? What do we do?
All the work before you get here. The studying, the time you put in, the traveling, the going and competing, getting comfortable in that seat with the buzzer in your hand. That has to be done before you get here.
Now, Alan mentioned the math part. Are they going to have calculators or computers to help them with that?
No, they will have some scratch paper in front of them, but that's all. And most of these students are going to know the tricks in math to do it in their head. They're not going to use a pencil and paper. And it's going to sound like it's really, really hard, but with the preparation that they put in, not so.
Okay. All right. Well, Bill, we're going to let you go get set, and we're going to get ready for this match. I'm looking forward to spending another exciting day here at AETN for Quiz Bowl. At this time, I would like to introduce the morning judges, the scorekeeper and timekeeper. They are Justin Akery, Amanda McMahon, and Will Heatherly. The all-tournament team and MVP judges are Carolyn Schry and Rick Clow. Our game scorekeeper is Teresa Rogers. The timekeeper this morning is Renette Metcalf. And to stay informed about Quiz Bowl and to watch matches from the past, please visit us at arquizbowl.com. And before we begin our first match for the 3A championship, we'd like to honor our third and fourth place runners-up. In third place, we have Haas Hall. And in fourth, we have Glen Rose. Now we're ready to introduce the teams for our 3A conference championship match between Episcopal Collegiate and Centerpoint. First, from Episcopal Collegiate, we have Ezra Feldman, a senior. Their captain, Alan May, a senior. Dylan Wright, a senior. And Jackson Bridges, a senior. Their alternates are Victoria Jones, a senior. Adam Hall, a junior. Anna Feldman, a sophomore. And Stephen Ongtuaku, a freshman. Their coach is Stan Whittlesey. Their assistant coach is Bruce Hall. Let's hear it for Episcopal Collegiate. And now it's time to meet Centerpoint, Alondria Valencia, a junior. Their captain, Larry Hill, a senior. Kim Wright, a junior. And Samantha Burnett, a sophomore. Their alternates are Alex Waitkus, a senior, Jonathan Long, a senior, Zan Pedron, a sophomore, Jasmine Cates, a junior, Kayla Hill, a sophomore, Justin Woodall, a freshman.
And so let's get started, Episcopal Collegiate and Centerpoint. Good luck as we look for our 3A state champion. Are we ready? All right, here we go. This man's first novel was acclaimed as a work of a young man of great promise. Name this author of a nonfiction book about the murders of a Kansas family. All right, Episcopal Collegiate, Allen.
Truman Capote.
Yes. Question number 2. What name is given to the fundamental unit of classification recognized by the International Commission of Zoological Nomenclature? Centerpoint, Larry.
Species?
Yes, sir, that's right. Question number 3. In mathematics, what constant is expressed as the ratio of the distance from a point? Larry?
Pi?
No. From a point on a conic to a focus and the distance from the point to the directrix. Ezra?
P.
No, the word we're looking for was eccentricity. All right, here's question number 4. Identify the French artist upon whose life Somerset Maugham loosely based his novel, The Moon and Sixpence. Alondra?
Monet.
No. Episcopal Collegiate. Alan?
Gauguin.
You're right. If it was a guess or you do, you got it right either way. All right, question number 5. This man was the last president to send a written State of the Union report to Congress instead of making an address before the Congress. Name this man, our nation's 39th president. No guesses? All right, Larry?
Reagan.
No. Dylan?
Carter.
Jimmy Carter is the correct answer. Our next question will be math computation. On our math computation, of course, we give you 20 seconds to solve the math problem. So here it is, if you're ready. Change the base 4 number 311 into base 10. Jackson.
53.
Jackson, you're right.
Good job, Jackson.
All right, question number 7 for both teams. What is the specific name for the force exerted by a string or rope when it is attached to a weight? Alan?
Tension.
You're right. All right, question number 8. What college team recently won their 5th NCAA basketball? Dylan?
Duke.
You're right again. Question number 9 is going to be math computation. All right, here it is. Bob flies between two cities which are 500 miles apart. The plane travels at a constant speed, but because of the wind, it takes him 2 hours flying with the wind and 2.5 hours flying against the wind. If the wind speed remained constant, how many miles per hour was the wind? Alan.
25 miles an hour.
Alan, you're right. All right, our next question is question number 10 for both teams. Name any one of the four young lovers in William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. Samantha.
Puck.
No. Jackson.
Lysander.
That's one of them. Good job. The other three were Demetrius, Hermia, and Helena. All right, halfway through the first round, and here's question number 11. More than 1.4 million sales of this hit single made it a top seller of 2013. Miley Cyrus gave it new meaning to the title during a performance at the VMAs in February of 2014. Can you name this song? Samantha?
Wrecking Ball.
No. Episcopal? No Miley Cyrus fans here. Blurred Lines would be the correct answer. All right, question number 12. What is the name for a reaction in which a substance is added at the double bond of an alkene or at the triple bond of an alkyne? That is known as addition reaction. All right, here's the next question. As the novel Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe comes to a climax, the protagonist, Okonkwo, dies a shameful death. How did he die? Samantha?
Suicide.
You're right. Shamed the entire village. All right, question number 14. The Black Death, named from the black hemorrhages of blood under the skin, cast terror over most of Europe from 1348 to 1350. What was the primary agent that carried this dread... Samantha?
Rats.
No, that carried this dread disease. Ezra?
Fleas.
Fleas is the correct answer. Good. All right, question number 15. What is the numeric value for the tangent of 60 degrees? Ezra?
Square root 3.
You're right. Question number 16. Identify the French physicist whose pendulum... Ezra?
Foucault.
Yes. Question number 17. Name the American poet, novelist, and historian in whose poem Chicago... Alondra?
Sandburg.
Yes, Sandburg, Carl Sandburg. All right, the next question. Identify the Louisiana governor whose rise to power... Larry?
Huey P. Long.
You're right. Question number 19. What former New England Patriots star was recently found guilty? Ezra?
Hernandez.
You're right again. Aaron Hernandez. Number 20. There are three components to the Jewish celebration of Yom Kippur. Fasting and prayer are two of them. What is the third? Ezra?
The Seder.
No?
That's a different Passover.
Centerpoint? Samantha?
Meditating.
It's actually repentance, or what they call teshuvah. That was the last question of round number 1. Do we have any challenges? No, we're fine. All right. So our score here at the end of one round is Episcopal Collegiate 120 and Centerpoint 40. Do we have any substitutions we need to make? All right, we are going to make substitutions for Episcopal Collegiate. Welcome back to our 3A state championship game. We've played one round, and I think everyone's awake and ready to go. So here we're going to go with our bonus round, where if our teams get a toss-up question right, they can confer together on a bonus question that is worth 20 points extra for that team. All right, here's our first toss-up question. Name the 1794 insurrection stopped by military forces led by President Washington. It began in western Pennsylvania. Episcopal Allen.
The Whiskey Rebellion.
Allen, you have earned your team a bonus, and it is a bonus called taxonomy. When you are through conferring, speak directly to me, and I'll know you're giving your answer. All right, here we go. Given a set of names, identify in what level of nomenclature, genus, species, etc., they belong. All right, here we go. Cnidaria, Echinodermata, and Chordata.
Yeah. Phylum.
Yes. Ave, Mammalia, and Reptilia.
Class, maybe? I think. Class.
Yes. Homo, Acer, and Felis.
Genus? Yeah. Genus.
Yes. And Protista, Plantae, and Fungi.
Yeah. Kingdom.
Yes. All four correct, so a total of 20 points for the bonus. All right. Let's go back to both teams now and a toss-up question to try to get the second bonus. Here it is. What novel begins with the line, "It was a pleasure to burn"? Episcopal Allen.
Fahrenheit 451.
That's right. All right, and you've earned a bonus called Literary Locations. And it says here that we're going to identify the state, which is the primary setting for the following novels. All right, here we go. O Pioneers by Cather.
Did she do Midwest?
I think she did. Nebraska.
Yes. Of Mice and Men by Steinbeck.
California.
Yes. The Great Gatsby by Fitzgerald.
New York.
Yes. And Absalom, Absalom by Faulkner.
Mississippi.
You're right. All right. 20 more points, getting the bonus there, and we're halfway through this round. All right, here's our next toss-up question for both teams to try to get the third bonus. A descendant of Pilgrims, what man, generally considered the first important American poet, is the author of To a Waterfowl and Thanatopsis? Alan.
Bryant.
You're right. William Cullen Bryant is the correct answer. And you've earned a bonus called Famous Musicians. All right, so confer together and try to name these famous musicians. It says to identify these rap musicians by their stage names from a brief description. All right, here we go. One of the first white rappers, he had the first hip-hop song, Ice Ice Baby, to top the Billboard charts.
No. Ice Cube. Is that a rapper?
Answer, please.
Ice Cube.
No? All right, question number 2. The number one rapper of all time, he has sold over 60 million albums.
I'm sorry, this is not my forte. Pass, we're not going to get
Okay. Here's question number 3. This rapper was famous for his signature baggy pants and dance moves during the 90s. They even named time after him.
Okay, MC Hammer.
Yes. So you do know a little bit about rap. All right. Question number 4. This rapper made fame with Get Rich or Die Tryin' in music and the movies.
So Ice Cube was in movies. So.
Okay, Ice Cube.
No, that one happened to be 50 Cent. The white rapper who did Ice Ice Baby was Vanilla Ice. And the number one white rapper of all time was Eminem. All right. Okay. Now, let's move on to more serious fare. And this toss-up question for both teams to try to get the fourth and final bonus. All right. The tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, dodecahedron, and icosahedron are the 5 examples of what type of solid? Ezra.
Platonic solids.
Yes. Platonic solid. All right. and you've earned a bonus in world geography. Identify these geographic superlatives from around the world. All right, ready? The smallest ocean.
The Indian, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
The Indian.
No. The largest inland sea.
The Caspian Sea. Okay. The Caspian Sea.
Yes. The highest mountain peak above sea level.
Everest, I think.
Yeah.
Everest.
Everest is right. Largest island, not a continent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greenland.
Yes. And the one that you missed, the smallest ocean, Arctic Ocean would be the correct answer there. All right, that was the fourth bonus, so that finishes round 2, and we're ready to move now to the lightning round categories. And our score at the end of the second round is Episcopal 220 and Centerpoint 40. Now, Larry, the good news here is that you get to pick first from our 3 categories. So let me read those to you. And then we will allow our teams to confer about which one that they would like, and then we'll do substitutions. All right. Here are the 3 categories for this 3A state championship game. Elements down below. Identify the element on the periodic table that is directly below the given element. All right. Number 2, college mascots. Identify the sports mascot of these colleges or universities. They have the distinction of being the only school with that mascot name. And I have a player at home who's going crazy thinking he could have that category. And the third is going to be Spanish words. When given the beginning letter and a short clue, you give the Spanish word. All right? Teams, you have 1 minute to decide.
Bill, we've got a good game going.
Well, we've got a lopsided game right now, but the 62nd round occasionally will flip that. There's 120 points possible here if a team can run all 10 questions in 60 seconds. Now, this is going to be collaborative. You're going to get all 4 of the members up there that are going to be talking to either the captain or whoever they designate to answer. They need to do it quickly. And if there are any missed or passed, they will flip to the other side. So the other team has to pay real close attention too. When you're in a game like this and you know what you're looking at with the score, the pressure is on Centerpoint right now.
Okay.
You know, and they'll get first choice. And 2 of those areas that I was listening to are probably within their grasp that they could run it. Now, when you get to mascots, sometimes you're going to get one that you never heard of the college, much less the mascot.
Oh, okay.
But when you get into the languages, different situation there. This game's not over.
No.
But right now, without a doubt, Episcopal Collegiate's in the driver's seat.
So what is the coach or the team captain saying to his team for Centerpoint right about now?
Well, right now what they're saying is, which one of these do you think I can run? You know, which one of these is it that we can get? Because Episcopal's going to do pretty good on theirs too. I mean, you're expecting them to get some points out of this. But Centerpoint needs to run this thing if they can do that.
Okay, well, we're going to go back to the match.
Okay. All right, we have had a minute for our team to decide which of the 3 lightning round categories that they would like their team to try. And Centerpoint, which category did you choose?
We would like elements below.
Elements below for Centerpoint today, all right. And that leaves 2 others for y'all, Episcopal.
And we'll try the Spanish.
Oh, the Spanish, all right. So Episcopal will do the Spanish. Now we're going to take a short break while we make substitutions. All right, welcome back to our 3A state championship game for Quiz Bowl 2015. And we're in the middle of the game now, about to do our lightning round, which is very unique to Arkansas. And Centerpoint, you chose before the break elements down below. And so, Larry, when you're ready to give an answer, speak directly at me, and we'll know you're ready. And tells us that you're to identify the element on the periodic table that is directly below the given element. You ready?
Yes.
All right, team, here we go. Bromine.
Iodine.
Yes. Palladium.
Platinum.
Yes. Indium.
Thallium.
Yes. Phosphorus.
Arsenic.
Yes. Silicon.
Germanium.
Yes. Calcium.
Strontium.
Yes. Cesium.
Francium.
Yes. Titanium.
Zirconium.
Yes. Antimony.
Bismuth.
Yes. Carbon.
Silicon.
Yes. And that was the last question. Great job, Centerpoint. What we call that running the category. And if you're unfamiliar with our game, when a team does that, we give them a 20-point bonus. And so that's going to add up nicely for Centerpoint. So good job. Now it's Episcopal's turn to try to do the same thing. And your category was Spanish words. Am I correct, Alan? All right. It tells us here, when given the beginning letter and short clue, you give the Spanish word. All right? And we'll be looking for correct pronunciation. All right.
My best.
Are we ready? Timer, are we ready? All right, here we go. B, wild or untamed horse.
I don't know. Bronco.
Pass. Oh, sorry.
B, neighborhood or community.
Barrio.
Barrio.
Yes. P, minor transgression.
Peccadillo.
Yeah.
Yes. H, mansion, usually with extensive
Hacienda.
ground. Yes. V, beat it.
Vamos.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Vamos.
Yes. P, common laborer.
So that could be a pulmon.
Pomon.
No. A, enthusiast or sports devotee.
Aficionado.
Yes. I, state of being cut off from all contact.
Incommunicado.
Incomunicado.
Yes. G, to be pleasing.
Gustable.
Gustable.
No. And H, tomorrow.
H would be hasta mañana.
Hasta mañana.
Yes. I'm going to take that. All right. Judges, are we good on all of those? All right. Going to pass 2 over, I believe. Am I right there? No, 3 judges over to the other team. All right. Larry, they've got 3 here to give you. The first is the letter B, wild or untamed horse.
Bronco.
Yes. And the next one is P, common laborer.
Peon.
Yes. And G, to be pleasing.
Gustado.
No. No. All right, so that was Gustar. So that's the only one that both teams missed there. Very good. A great lightning round for our 2 teams today. All right, that takes us out of round 3, unless we have any challenges. And I see none. All right, so we're going to go to round 4, and we'll take a short break while we get ready for round 4. Well, as often happens in Quiz Bowl, the lightning round can really make a big difference, and so we have a much tighter game now in our 3A state championship with Episcopal with 290 and Centerpoint with 180, and 200 points still to go here in our game. So good luck to both teams. Jackson, I see you're back with us, so good to have you back. And we're ready to go for our final round here in the 3A state championship. Good luck, teams. Here we go. This British-born American film director's work was marked by a macabre sense of humor and a somewhat bleak view of the human condition. Identify this director whose movies include Rear Window. Alan.
Alfred Hitchcock.
You're right. What is the name for a kick in soccer in which the player kicks the ball over his own head? Dylan.
A rainbow kick?
No. Samantha.
Bicycle kick.
Bicycle kick. There you go. All right. Question number 33. All 264 members of the 7th Cavalry under the command of George Custer were killed in a battle against the Sioux in the Dakota Territory in Montana. In what year, Larry?
1893.
No. Did this battle take place? Alan.
1876.
Alan, I don't know if you're guessing or not, but that's right. All right.
Sort of.
Question number 34. The heat content of a system at constant pressure is symbolized with a capital H. What does the H? Jackson.
Enthalpy.
You're right.
Job, Jackson.
Question number 35. What noted British author is known for his works in science fiction, such as The Snows of Olympus, The Garden of Rama, and A Space Odyssey? He was Ezra.
Clark.
Yes. Number 36. Commonly used in jazz and ragtime, what term refers to stressing abnormally? Larry.
Syncopation.
You're right. Question number 37. There are 12 Federal Reserve Bank locations in the United States. Name one of the two that are closest to Arkansas. Alan.
St. Louis.
St. Louis is correct. Do you know the other one?
No.
You didn't have to
Sorry.
know that one to get the points. Dallas is the other one. All right, the next one says, what is the name for one of the simplest semiconductor devices that conducts charges in one direction only and consists of a sandwich of two types of semiconductors? No answers? That is a diode. Diode. A little old-fashioned for these modern folks, I guess. All right, question number 39. Translate the Spanish noun el reloj into Alondra.
The watch.
Judges?
I'll give that. It's another name for watch.
Yes. All right, we're going to do math computation for the next question. All right. We'll put 20 seconds on the clock and ask you to do this math problem. Determine the second derivative of the following algebraic expression. 4x to the fourth minus 3x cubed plus 18x squared minus x plus 7. Ezra?
48x squared minus 18x plus 18.
No. The answer, Centerpoint? Larry?
48x squared minus 18x plus 32.
No. You're both very close. 48x squared minus 18x plus 36 would be the correct answer. All right. No harm done there. Let's go on to question number 40. Oh, a timeout has been called, so we'll take a short break for the timeout. right, our Quiz Bowl rules allow coaches to call one 30-second timeout in the course of a match, as long as they do it at the appropriate time. And Episcopal called a timeout and has made some adjustments on their team. They brought in Adam and Anna and Victoria. Good to have you all in the game here in the last round. All right, we're ready to continue our game with question number 41 for both teams. This chemical element in the nitrogen group of the periodic table exists in both gray and yellow crystalline forms. Identify this element with a... Adam.
Sulfur.
No, with atomic number 33. Kim.
Arsenic.
Yes. All right, question number 42. Identify the Persian mathematician, astronomer, and poet known to English-speaking readers as the writer of the Rubaiyat. Alan.
Omar Khayyam.
Yes. Question number 43. Identify the Mississippi Field Secretary of the NAACP whose murder received national attention and made him a martyr to the cause of the civil rights movement. Larry.
King.
No. Episcopal? That is Medgar Evers. All right, question number 44. From the study of probability, what term refers to the opposite of an event or the set of all outcomes not included in the event? That is called a complement. Complement. All right, let's try to get going with this question. Gravity, one of the 3 PG-13 rated movies nominated for Picture of the Year, received the most Oscars. Name one of the other 2 PG-13 movies nominated for Picture of the Year. Alondra.
Silver Linings Playbook.
No. Episcopal? The correct answer is Captain Phillips, or you could have said Philomena. Philomena. That was a very specific question there. Question number 46. Name the New England state that is home to the headquarters of the World Wrestling Federation. It is also home to the oldest U.S. newspaper still in publication, the Hartford Courant. Alan.
Connecticut.
Yes. Now, did you get that on the World Wrestling Federation? All right, our next question will be a math computation. So we'll put 20 seconds on the clock and ask you to answer this math. A pyramid has a triangular base that has an area of 18 square inches. If the volume of the pyramid is 42 cubic inches, what is the pyramid's height? Answers, please. Alan.
7 inches.
7 inches is the correct answer. All right, question number 48. What is the term for a portion of the verse that repeats itself intermittently throughout the poem, often at the end of a stanza? Samantha.
Refrain.
Yes. While touring Europe, your tour happens upon a group of dancers doing the flamenco. What country? Alondra.
Spain.
Yes. Science computation. That is also a 20-second timed question for you. A girl exerts a 36-Newton horizontal force as she pulls a 52-Newton sled across a concrete sidewalk at constant speed. What is the coefficient of kinetic energy between the sidewalk and the sled? Give your answer to the nearest hundredth. This answer has no units. Answers, please. Larry.
1.2.
No. Episcopal. Nothing? The correct answer there was 0.69. A little bit different kind of question for us in Quiz Bowl, but it happened to also be the last question in the game. So if we have any challenges, let me check that first. No challenges? All right, so our score here at the end of the 3A state championship, Episcopal Collegiate 370, Centerpoint 240. Congratulations, Episcopal, our 3A state champions.
Bill, that was exciting.
It was an exciting match, and you know, we may go all day and not see again what Centerpoint just did, and that was run that 62nd round. I've seen whole tournaments be held all day long, and no one runs a 62nd round, and that was not an easy 62nd round. The young lady
Elements?
that was yes, and it was the down under element, so she had to have a very good comprehension of the periodic table. I mean, that was just unbelievable. The other thing that I think we need to note in this one is this match, I saw two clear, educated guesses from Allen on Episcopal's team. And don't ever underestimate the educated guess. When they were talking about the Custer's Last Stand, he wasn't sure it was 1876. I wasn't sure it was 1876, but I knew it was in the 1870s, and he did too.
See, I knew
That's
too.
an educated guess, and you want to do that, especially if the question is coming back to you. You got nothing to lose. So we should see that more during the day, because the depth of knowledge that these teams have, both of them, is just unbelievable.
Yeah, but okay, we'll talk about this later. We got to talk about rap here, okay? Because the knowledge on the rap wasn't that good, but okay. But anyway, right now, let's go to the set for the awarding of the trophy and the check with Janet Buford and Kelly Holt.
Hi, this is the second place trophy that will go to Centerpoint. Good job.
On behalf of Arkansas Governor's Quiz Bowl, congratulations. You guys are here every year, and you're here for a reason. Good job. Here's a check for $1,500 for academic excellence. Good job.
And to Episcopal Collegiate, the state championship, first place.
Episcopal for academic excellence, $3,000. Congratulations on your triumph.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Just on top, Our MVP for 3A this year was Alan May.
Thank you. That's very nice.
Whoops, sorry. And this is yours, too.
Thank you.
I'm getting used to this with Alan, so we have to find ways to put things in his hands here. And
You want me to hold
Episcopal,
this?
congratulations. This is a check for $150 for MVP. I'll put it right back over here. Make sure you get that one.
And now for the all-tournament team members, Carolyn Schride.
Yes, indeed. In addition to Allen, who was the MVP with an average score of 14.1 questions per game, which is terrific, we also have on the all-tournament team Larry Hill from Centerpoint. And we have a number of others. Ezra Feldman from Episcopal. And these are the other all-tournament players from teams that didn't quite make it this far. Preston Stone from Atkins, Connor Fritch from Haas Hall, Brandon Grisham from Elkins, Amy Hendricks from Glen Rose, Tripp Suter from Paris, Shelby Stewart from Cedar Ridge, Kyler Brooks from Bald Knob, Jackson Montgomery from Harding Academy, Andrew Rockenhouse from Boonville, Aaron Ward of Genoa Central, Jonathan Barham of Prescott, and Pepito Estrada from Haas Hall, a great group of all-tournament players. And in addition, we want to recognize some of our coaches who have put in a long time doing this, like 25 years. And every year we have a few of those that have stuck with it that long. maybe doing elementary, junior high, senior high, some combination. This year we have 2 to recognize. Jeanette Emerson from Hector and Stephanie Miller from Southside in Batesville. Congratulations to these 25-year coaches.